Hi everybody, this video is on the new moon in Aquarius, which happens on the 24th of January 2020 at 1:41 in the afternoon. And I'm going to give you a rundown of what this new moon means for you and how you can make the best of the energy. So a new moon happens every month. The sun and the moon conjunct. The moon sidles up to the sun and sits right on top of it, and that's when the moon goes dark and you go inward. Well, the moon goes inward, and as above, so below. So it's a time of going inward and recharging your batteries. And the sun and the moon are together at 4 degrees in Aquarius. So they are pulling in energy that is in the element of air. Aquarius is an air sign. It's the water bearer though. So for me, Aquarius is often like the temperance card in the tarot. It's about finding a balance in your life between getting the information in and then using that information to help other people. The degree is interesting as well because it's at 4 degrees, which is security, structure, solidity. If you have the desire to do something of service for others through communication, through healing, by creating job opportunities for other people, so starting a job agency, a referral jobs system, anything to do with thinking, communicating, and using your noggin to be of service to humanity. Mercury sits at 13 degrees in Aquarius, so that's 9 degrees away from the sun, so it still counts. And Mercury is the communication planet. It is really happy to be in Aquarius. Also, it's at 13 degrees, that's another 4. So Mercury, the sun, and the moon create 4, 4, 4. On Facebook, I've got Gregory Scott 444, and on Instagram, I'm Gregory Scott 444. 444 to me in numerology means taking divine guidance, letting it in through your crown chakra, and then letting that guidance into your system and actually doing something with it, using it. So 444 to me means having the information so that you can take the perfect action in future. And I said this in the weekly horoscope, you are in the situation you're in today because of decisions you've made in the past. This new moon gives you a decision to make a 444 decision in the sense that you communicate with yourself and the higher self, and you gain some distance from your own identity, your life, your personality, and everything that's going on. You're able to communicate with yourself and feel and see what weakens and what strengthens you. And because you have that little bit of objectivity, because this new moon gives you the objectivity, it will show you what plants you can see, what seeds you can plant so that they will grow. So if you have a desire to learn astrology, or you want to become a scientist, or you know what to do in terms of writing to be of service to other people, or you're a healer, like a hands-on healer, if you have that desire to do one of those jobs or to be one of those people and to make that your identity, today the guidance from the universe will show you that, and it will also enable you, or it will give you the information that says this is how you go about taking action, and it will give you the first step. So it'll say go to the job center or apply for this internship at this law firm or enroll in this university. So it's interesting because have a look at the weekly horoscope, because it's very much about people who can't decide becoming able to decide, and it's about standing in your own power. And Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday are all days where you're preoccupied with the self and how you can make your life better. It culminates here on Friday. The 24th is a Friday. So in the week you have this great opportunity to say, how can I progress in my personal life by doing something that is of service to other people, that will add value to the world? How can I make that consistent for myself? And as I said, you know, a new moon, the moon moves quickly, so there's a build-up and come down from this new moon. You know, I would count the 23rd, 24th, and 25th as new moon, because when it's waning to reach the sun, and then it sits with the sun, and then it starts waxing again to get bigger, and it takes a couple of days. So this is that wonderful time of personal insight to grab an activity or something that you can do which will add value to your life and which you'll enjoy and which will use your communicative abilities. The other days of the week, Wednesday, Saturday and Sunday, is very much about thinking about other people and how you can be of service to them. It's a really important week to make sure that on this day you're doing this and on this day you're putting on the brakes, because it's not going to work. So have a look at the weekly. It's really quite something. Now let's have a look at what other relationships this new moon forms. Ceres is at 27 degrees in Capricorn, so that's 7 degrees away. Ceres is abundance and prosperity, and that's in Capricorn at 27 degrees. And it means that if you do look in yourself, the universe is going to give you the practical aptitudes, the practicality, the ability to actually take what you're doing and to do the legwork and to actually enroll for the course to start the relationship. So that's the extra blessing, that you not only get the inspiration, but you also get the concrete guidance and concrete instructions of how you're going to go about doing this. You know, it's all very well if I sit in meditation and the universe says, oh, you're going to be a Nobel Prize winner. But it doesn't tell me how or what, in what field. That's the way the universe works, I think, because it wants you to stay in connection to it. It wants you to work with it, and you get given information on a step-by-step basis. It never says, oh, for the next 5 years you need to go to Manchester University, then go work as a lawyer for 2 years, and then you're going to move to Altrincham and have a pool. You know, it doesn't do that. It just gives you left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot. Which is interesting. Again, that I used left foot, right foot because you're inspired and you're also very grounded, so you're able to take that inspiration and do something with it. And watch the weekly, because on Sunday is the culmination of all of these things, helping others and helping the self, which becomes one, and it blends in for you to be able to make a major drastic change to your life, which is going to serve you. And if you're happy, you automatically serve other people, because those people who are around you are going to be around a happy person. That is being of service to others. If you're a misery guts all the time around other people, you're stealing their positive energy, really. I know terrible things can happen, but it's really important that we react in a way that allows us to maintain one's countenance. You know, some things in life we lose, we can't. You know, if we lose everything, we're going to be in tears, we're going to break down. But today, you really don't have to worry about that, because nothing is breaking down, nothing is ruined. If anything, you're on this train that's chugging away, and all you do is you get a helicopter, land on the train, you get in the helicopter, you go up, and you look down on the train, and you really see it for what it is, and you see the journey and the landscape and everything, so much more than you saw from your little train window. And the helicopter lands, you go back in the train, and you have the information, the perspective now, this new moon, that when you get to your destination, you immediately know what steps to take. So you immediately go to the solicitor in that town and you make a you make a purchase, or you hire the solicitor to get you to purchase a house for them. Anything like that. Now let's see what aspects this forms, and the aspects are the lines in the inner circle of the chart that you can see next to me. So first of all, the new moon forms a trine with the rising sign in Gemini and the part of fortune in Gemini, which are at 17 degrees. 1 and 7 is 8, that's power. Gemini is walking through doorways. And that's another 444, because we've got Gemini and the part of fortune in Gemini. Gemini is like a Roman numeral 2. It's a glyph. The glyph of Gemini looks like a doorway and like a Roman numeral 2. So if you take the Gemini rising and put the other Gemini next to it from the part of fortune, you've got another wedding. This is the 4 of Wands in the tarot. It's a celebration. It's walking through a doorway into success, into a happier time, into a time where you're connected with and to other people. You're helping them, you're enjoying yourself. They're adding value to your life, you're adding value to their life. The moon also forms a sextile to the moon in Sagittarius at 14 degrees. If you listen to that voice that says, I have this ambition to move forward because it's going to make my life better and it's going to make other people's lives better, Mars is the fuel in your engine that gives you the power to make all of these changes, because you can make drastic changes from Friday to Sunday onwards. Again, I'm sorry to bang on about it, but have a look at the weekly. It's a really interesting week. I'm just looking if it forms any other relationships. Just bear with me one moment. Yes, it forms a square with Uranus at 2 degrees in Taurus. Uranus is the planet of the unexpected, the miraculous, the chaotic. It's like electricity, it's also power. 2 degrees, 1 and 2 is a relationship. In Taurus, it's very earthy. So, the moon gives you the inspiration, the ideas, and because you get such a great insight and overview of everything, your life, that when you get off the train, or when this day is over, you finish the day knowing what your options are, what you're going to do, how to resolve certain problems, how to make the decision, and there is no chaos in your practical life because you've got this great relationship with yourself and you're able to make practical changes, but they're not gonna take on a life of their own or get out of control or become total disasters. Absolutely not. You're guaranteed to have an opportunity here to decide again and to change your future. That's what I mean by planting seeds of intention. I think I need to change that because it's a very roundabout way of saying you are making the decisions that are going to affect the rest of your life during a new moon. So during this new moon, you can make a decision that helps others and yourself in the same go and will improve the quality of your life and other people's lives because of Aquarius. Any other aspects? We've got a quincunx to the North Node at 6 degrees in Cancer. So again, if your work involves healing, so touching people, if you're a chiropractor, an osteopath, an acupuncturist, if you're a massage therapist, a nurse, a doctor, if you're an aromatherapist or some sort of, if you do any treatments on the body for other people, or if you're a psychic and intuitive, on this day, the veil is also very, very thin. And the energy in Aquarius and Capricorn gives you the opportunity, because loads of Capricorn energy, as you can see, opposes that little north node in Cancer at 6 degrees. You are able to look into yourself and really understand, and that means that you have to pull the veil aside a little bit, because looking at yourself as you truly are means that you look at your physical self, but also your spiritual self. You have to, and your intellectual and emotional self, and you say, what is it that I really want out of life? And all of the people who work in those healing areas or in the psychic intuitive kind of realms, this is an amazing day for you to do the work. And so is the 23rd, 24th, 25th, because the veil is thin and you'll be able to use your intuition and give people the answers that they need. But also it's an opportunity to do the one thing that you've always wanted to do in life that is going to add some value to other people. So if you've had the guidance for years and years and years to write this booklet on how to reconnect with your inner child, then use this opportunity and make the decision that, okay, it's been running around in my head long enough, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to start writing this pamphlet or textbook or whatever it is. And today, with Ceres, Saturn, Pluto, Jupiter, the South Node, and Pallas Athena in Capricorn, you're certainly not lacking the muscle to actually follow through on your desires and dreams and hopes. Wow, this moon forms a relationship with pretty much everything. It forms a sextile with Chiron and Black Moon Lilith. Of course it would. So Chiron and Black Moon Lilith are the part of the chart where the ego tries to sabotage you. And it's going to say, don't get involved with spirituality, and don't think about other people, and don't do anything by yourself. Just be passive and just wait for other people. No, that is wrong. That is the exact opposite of what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to trust yourself and your spiritual self. You have the opportunity to form a relationship with your true self, to gain some perspective on who and what you are. And that means you can build this wonderful spiritual relationship with yourself, which is going to help you fulfill your hopes and dreams, especially in the areas of love and work. So the people who work hands-on, you will have an amazing day, and the people who work as psychics, astrologers, intuitives like me, we're going to have a great time. The people who haven't quite figured out what their life purpose is yet, you guys during this new moon are going to have this wonderful perspective of yourself, and you'll see what you're supposed to do. If not, then get in touch with me for a personal reading. That's what I'm here for. I can look at your chart and see what your life purpose is and what your vocational aptitudes are. Okay? If you are someone who doesn't know what to do with their love life, if you're in a happy marriage or if you're in an unhappy marriage, if you're single and happy or if you're single and unhappy, if you're divorced and happy, if you've got a boyfriend and you're unhappy, whatever it is, if you're in a throuple, anything to do with relationships and love, you're going to create an opportunity to love in the way that's really you. So if you got yourself suckered into this kind of relationship, like you have a boyfriend or whatever, and he said, oh, let's open this relationship, and you're like, oh, okay. And then suddenly this third person appeared, and your boyfriend says, I actually like this other person. And you're like, okay, me too, I like him too. And then the partner suggests, why don't we become a throuple, which is 3 people in a relationship. And you're just like, again. And you just kind of slide into a situation like that. On a day like this, you have the time to step back from your life, because life determines a lot of things for us. You know, like that kind of thing. We can find ourselves in situations that we had nothing to do with just because we took one action that we had no idea what consequences it was going to have. And today, you're able to look at how your life has led you, and you're able to look at that and you're able to say stop and cut that off and say, I make the decision to do this. So it's all about having a new beginning for yourself and creating security and structure for your future. it's an amazing new moon. It's really going to help a lot of people figure out what they're supposed to do with their lives. Awesome. So that's what I get for you here during this new moon. If you would like a personal reading with me, please do get in touch via the website gregoryscott.com. When you're on the website, just click on the button to order your reading with me. In my personal readings, I use astrology, tarot, and numerology, as well as my intuition. So if you have any questions for me, moving, where to live, love, money, romance, what's coming up in future, compatibility with other people, anything at all, then please do get in touch with me for a personal reading via the website gregoryscott.com. If you like this video, then please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Just hit the red subscribe button, please. That'd be wonderful. And if you're feeling really generous, then please share this video online, because then other people get to see it, and that would make me very happy. So I hope you have a wonderful time during this new moon. Really use it, especially if you struggle making decisions. Have a wonderful time. I'll be with you daily for the daily tarot readings, the weekly horoscopes, and the yearly horoscopes for each sign of the zodiac. So check out the yearlies if you haven't already. Have a wonderful day, and I'll speak to you soon.